Have you ever asked yourself why your life seems stuck in cycles of pain? Why, no matter how you change your environment, your job, your relationships, something deep inside still feels unfulfilled? Have you ever blamed others, thinking, if they hadn't done that, I'd be okay? Welcome back to the channel. I'm truly honored to have you here with me today, because we're going to explore one of the most challenging yet liberating teachings ever given by a realized master, Khenpo Rinpoche. His message pierces through illusion with clarity and compassion. It's a truth that may unsettle you at first, but if you truly open your heart to it, it has the power to transform your entire experience of suffering. The central idea is this: everything that causes your pain, your anger, your resentment, your anxiety is not rooted in others. It is rooted in your own mind. At first, that sounds harsh. It sounds like blame. It's not. It's freedom. Because the moment you realize the source of your suffering is within you, you reclaim the power to change it. Let's begin with the most common pattern: blaming others. Or partner didn't understand you. Or boss disrespected you. Or parents disappointed you. The government betrayed you. And the story continues. Each time something goes wrong, we look outside. We look for the villain, the cause, reason. And sometimes, people really do wrong us. There is abuse, injustice, violence. One is denying that real harm exists. Here's the key insight. The experience of suffering from that harm is not determined solely by the event, it's determined by your internal response to it. Let's take a simple example. Two people get insulted in the same way. One person becomes enraged, obsessed, replaying the words for days. The other person shrugs it off, laughs, and moves on. Same event, different mind. The pain didn't come from the insult, it came from the interpretation, the reaction, the attachment to self-image. Let's take this deeper. Khenpo Rinpoche teaches that the root of suffering is not in the world. It's in the mind's tendency to grasp, to resist, to fixate, to identify. This is what we call ego, the illusion of a fixed, separate self that needs to be protected and defended. Every time someone offends you, what's really hurt? The body, the heart, or is it the ego? Think about the last time you felt deeply hurt. Was it physical, or was it emotional, wound to your pride, your expectations, your sense of identity? The ego feels threatened, and it creates a story. They did this to me. And in that story, we suffer, not once but over and over. Because we don't let it go. If we did, we water it, we replay it in our minds, we tell others, we seek validation. And all the while, we think the pain is coming from them. But they're not here anymore. The event is gone. Only the mind remains, holding on, tightening, refusing to release. This is what Rinpoche means when he says, you are your own jailer. Here's the good news, you are also your own liberator. When you begin to see how your mind creates suffering, you also begin to see how it can create peace. Let's explore that. Imagine you are walking through the woods, and you trip over a root. You fall, it hurts. You blame the root. Do you stay angry at the forest? No. You get up, maybe tend to your wound, and keep going. Now imagine someone says something that hurts your feelings. You react the same way. Do you recognize the wound and move on? Or do you dwell, blame, create an identity around it? In physical pain, we often act wisely. In emotional pain, we often act unconsciously. But the truth is, both are just sensations. Both arise and pass. When we practice mindfulness, we begin to observe the mind's habits. We notice when we start blaming. We notice when we exaggerate. We notice when we cling to the role of the victim. And then, gently, we return to presence. We breathe, we open, we release. This is the beginning of true freedom. Let's talk about projection. Projection is when you see in others what you cannot see in yourself. If you are deeply insecure, you might see others as arrogant. If you are angry, you might perceive others as hostile. If you feel unworthy, you might assume others are judging you. But in reality, they are neutral. It's your mind painting them with your own colors. When you understand this, conflict becomes a mirror. Every argument becomes a teacher. Every trigger becomes an invitation. Instead of saying, "Why are they doing this to me?" you ask, "What in me is reacting? What wand is being touched? What story am I believing?" And in that shift, you stop being a victim. You become a student. And eventually, you become free. Let's take a moment to reflect. When your life do you still blame? Whose actions or words are you still holding on to? What if the real source of that pain is not them but your own unmet needs, your own unhealed places? What if this moment, right now, is your chance to let go? To breathe. To soften. To forgive and not for their sake, but for yours. Because forgiveness is not about condoning harm. It's about freeing yourself from the poison of resentment. Rinpoche reminds us that suffering ends not when others change, but when we see clearly. When we see that every reaction is a teacher. Every pain is a doorway. Every moment is an opportunity. And this is why spiritual practice matters, not to escape the world, but to meet it with clarity and compassion. So the next time you feel hurt, pause. Breathe. And inward. Ask, what part of me is clinging? What belief is being threatened? What can I let go of right now? And from that place, choose peace. Thank you so much for watching this video. If this teaching spoke to you, please share your reflections in the comments below. Let's build a community of awareness, responsibility, and healing. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more content, and support the channel as we continue to explore the truth beyond illusion. May you be free from blame. May you be free from suffering. May you return to your inner power. See you in the next video.